Lack of sleep. Ever pulled an all-nighter thinking you'd catch up on sleep later? Bad news. Your brain doesn't do IOUs. Sleep is when your brain takes out the trash, literally. A system called the glymphatic system kicks in and clears out toxins. Skip sleep, and it's like leaving your mental garbage to rot overnight. Result? Foggy thinking, forgetfulness, and mood swings so wild you'd think you're starring in a daytime soap opera. The brain also consolidates memories while you sleep. So if you're cramming for a test at 3 a.m., guess what? You're probably forgetting half of it by sunrise. Chronic sleep deprivation can lead to long-term memory loss, poor decision-making, and even hallucinations. It's not just bad for your brain, it's like slow roasting it. Poor diet. Your brain isn't a fan of junk food. Imagine feeding a Ferrari cheap gas, clogs everything up. Diets high in sugar and unhealthy fats inflame the brain, slow down thinking, and might even raise your risk of dementia. Bonus fun fact, the brain is 60% fat, so give it the good stuff. Omega-3s, nuts, veggies, not donuts. Sugar spikes blood glucose, leading to crashes that leave you irritable and unfocused. Trans fats, commonly found in processed foods, damage neurons and reduce plasticity, the brain's ability to adapt and grow. Think of it like pouring glue into your mental gears. Chronic stress. That tight knot in your stomach during a deadline? It's not just your gut. Your brain is panicking too. Chronic stress floods your system with cortisol, which shrinks the hippocampus, aka the brain's memory center. Long-term stress turns your brain into an anxious mess, and suddenly even deciding what to eat feels like rocket science. Worse, stress rewires your brain to be more reactive and less logical. It's like replacing your inner chess master with a raccoon on Red Bull. Chronic stress also weakens your immune system, disrupts sleep, and accelerates aging. Meditation, deep breathing, or just screaming into a pillow, it all helps. Excessive alcohol consumption. A glass of wine? Fine. A bottle? Your brain says ouch. Excessive alcohol messes with neurotransmitters and actually shrinks your brain. It's like someone put your thoughts on slow-mo. Chronic drinking can also lead to thiamine deficiency, causing a memory-wrecking condition called Wernicke-Korsakoff syndrome. Not the party favor you wanted, huh? Alcohol also interferes with REM sleep, the deep, restorative phase of slumber. So even if you pass out after drinking, your brain wakes up groggy and dysfunctional. Over time, this cycle damages emotional regulation, impulse control, and memory formation. Your fun nights out might be dumbing you down. Smoking. Aside from wrecking your lungs, smoking reduces oxygen to your brain. It's like trying to think in a room with no air. Plus, it causes inflammation and oxidative stress, speeding up brain aging. Want your brain to act like it's 80 when you're 40? Keep puffing. Otherwise, maybe put the lighter down. Nicotine addiction also messes with the reward system in your brain, making it harder to experience joy from anything else. That's why smokers often struggle with depression and anxiety. Quitting is hard, but so is forgetting your own birthday. Mindless scrolling, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts. A few minutes becomes an hour, and suddenly you forgot why you picked up your phone in the first place. Constant scrolling trains your brain to crave short bursts of dopamine, ruining your attention span. You can thank your algorithm-induced ADHD later. The brain wasn't designed to absorb 100 different stimuli per minute. It's exhausting, disorienting, and damaging. Mindless scrolling rewires your brain to prioritize novelty over depth. You're becoming a master of knowing a little about a lot and not much about anything. Suppressing emotions. Bottling it up doesn't make you strong. It makes your brain confused. When you suppress emotions, your brain's emotional circuits stay on high alert. Think of it as running a car engine with the hood closed and no coolant. Eventually, something explodes, and it's usually your mental health. Over time, emotional suppression can lead to anxiety, depression, and even physical illness. It's like shaking a soda can and hoping it never bursts. Learning to process emotions, through journaling, therapy, or just talking it out, is a brain saver. Lack of physical exercise. No, walking to the fridge doesn't count. Regular exercise boosts blood flow, oxygen, and neurotrophic factors that help brain cells thrive. Skip movement, and your brain turns sluggish. It's like trying to run Photoshop on a 2005 laptop. Possible, but painful. Exercise also helps generate new neurons, especially in the hippocampus. That's right. Working out literally makes your brain grow. It improves mood, focus, and memory. Bonus, it helps you sleep better too. Go take a walk. You'll remember this script better. Dehydration. Even mild dehydration messes with memory, concentration, and alertness. Your brain is 75% water. It's basically a wrinkly sponge. No water? No performance. If you're feeling groggy, try a glass of water before blaming your life choices. Long-term dehydration can lead to confusion, mood swings, and even hallucinations. Your brain can't send signals properly without fluids. You wouldn't drive a car with no oil, right? Hydrate or self-destruct? Social isolation. Humans are wired to connect. When we're lonely, the brain goes into survival mode. Chronic loneliness increases the risk of dementia and depression. Turns out, texting doesn't fully replace talking. So yes, your weekly coffee chat is actually brain fuel. Social interaction stimulates cognitive function and emotional regulation. It even boosts longevity. So join that book club, go to that awkward party, or just say hi to your neighbor. Your brain needs a social life too. Neglecting nature exposure. Been inside for 3 days straight binging Netflix? Your brain noticed. Exposure to nature reduces stress hormones and boosts focus. Without it, you're more anxious, irritable, and foggy. Touch grass. It's not just a meme, it's medicine. Studies show that even looking at pictures of trees can reduce mental fatigue. Nature restores your attention, calms your mind, and improves creativity. If you can't hike a mountain, at least open a window. Overuse of technology. Your phone's not evil, but using it nonstop is. Constant pings, notifications, and screen time train your brain to never rest. You lose the ability to focus deeply or think critically. Your brain becomes a browser with 99 tabs open, and 98 are frozen. Blue light exposure before bed also suppresses melatonin, ruining sleep quality. Your brain needs offline time to process and consolidate information. So maybe give TikTok a break and read a book. Like this script, for example. High blood pressure. You can't feel it, but high blood pressure is silently damaging your brain's blood vessels. Over time, this leads to reduced blood flow, increasing the risk of stroke and memory problems. It's the quiet villain of cognitive decline. It also causes microbleeds and white matter lesions, tiny signs your brain is aging faster than it should. Managing blood pressure through diet, exercise, and maybe a little less sodium can keep your brain sharp. Excessive caffeine intake. 1 cup? Great. 5? Hello, jitters and insomnia. Too much caffeine spikes cortisol, disrupts sleep, and messes with your mood. Eventually, it turns your brain into a tired, wired, emotional mess. Moderation is key. Don't treat coffee like it's water. Excess caffeine also affects your brain's adenosine receptors, making it harder to relax. That mid-afternoon crash? Yeah, that's your brain staging a protest. Lack of mental stimulation. Brains love puzzles, new skills, and learning. When you stop challenging your mind, it atrophies. It's like muscle. Use it or lose it. If your biggest mental workout is remembering your Netflix password, your brain deserves better. Cognitive stimulation builds resilience against aging and diseases like Alzheimer's. Read a book. Learn an instrument. Argue with a toddler. They're surprisingly sharp. Chronic drug use. Drugs hijack your brain's reward system, damaging connections, shrinking regions, and altering chemistry. Over time, your brain forgets how to function without them. You're not chill, you're chemically compromised. Repeated use reduces dopamine sensitivity, making everyday pleasures feel dull. It's a vicious cycle of numbness and craving. The escape becomes the trap. Exposure to pollution. Air pollution doesn't just harm lungs, it penetrates the brain, causing inflammation and killing cells. Think of it as brain rust. Long-term exposure increases the risk of cognitive disorders. Clean air is a luxury, and your brain knows it. Heavy metals and fine particulates can even cross the blood-brain barrier. Living near traffic? Time to invest in an air purifier, or at least some houseplants. Prolonged negative thinking. Always expecting the worst? Your brain is listening. Negative thinking rewires your neural pathways to prioritize stress and fear. Over time, it makes you more anxious, less creative, and emotionally exhausted. Be kind to yourself. Practicing gratitude, journaling, and mindfulness can help rewire those pathways. Your brain is plastic. Mold it wisely. Ignoring mental health issues. Mental health isn't optional. Conditions like depression and anxiety reshape your brain's structure and reduce cognitive performance. Ignoring them is like ignoring a fire alarm and hoping the fire puts itself out. Spoiler: it won't. Seeking help isn't weakness, it's maintenance. Therapy, medication, support groups, they're tools, not crutches. Excessive multitasking. You're not doing more, you're doing everything worse. Multitasking splits your attention, weakens memory, and increases mental fatigue. It's like trying to juggle flaming swords while blindfolded. Want to get smarter? Do one thing at a time. Single tasking is the new superpower. Focus is rare and valuable. Train it like a muscle, and your brain will thank you. So, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be the first to know when a new video drops.